of each here. I'm going to give you my quick tips on how to make a great smoothie. Number one is the order that you put your ingredients in. So you always want to start with liquids right here, and then you want to go with any powders or seeds like chia seed, maca powder, your protein powders. Then you want to go with any fresh fruits or veggies, and then you want to go with anything that's frozen or if you're adding ice. So for today's purposes, I started with water. It's the end of the day for me, and I've been tracking my food. I want this to stay under 250 calories. So normally if it was in the morning or if I was using it as a meal replacement, I would probably use milk, but for today's sake, I'm going to use just water. Again, I would sometimes use maca powder, but this actually gives you energy and it's a metabolism boost, which I love. But again, at night, I don't really want an energy boost. I want to kind of get ready for bed. So I already put in a scoop of organic chia seed, and I like to put that in first because it starts to get that gel consistency while I'm adding in the other ingredients. Next, I'm going to put in 1 scoop of my plant-based protein powder. It's gluten-free, dairy-free. It's a pea protein, and it's one of my favorites. And so today's flavor is going to be chocolate, strawberry chocolate. So those are all the powders that I'm going to use. You don't really need to mix it up. Then I'm going to put any other fresh fruits and vegetables. So for today, I usually actually put double of this in, but this is all I have left. So I'm going to put a small salad's worth of fresh spinach. And then the other fresh fruit that I have is going to be a quarter of an avocado. Sounds kind of silly, but it doesn't really have that much flavor to it, and it's a great way to add some great fats to really help your metabolism and give you a ton of nutrients. And it's a great way to get a lot of a really great consistency. Okay, that blended up just perfectly. So after your fresh fruits or vegetables, you're going to go ahead and go with anything that's frozen or heavy. The reason that I like to do this is the water is what's going to help keep that blender going. The fresh fruits will need to be packed down and kind of pushed towards the blender, and those frozen ingredients will help that. So I'm going to go with a little bit of organic frozen spinach to start us out. It just helps me to get a lot more in there, and it also, if it starts to go bad, I like to put my spinach in the freezer because then I can keep more. I'm going to go with a little bit of frozen kale. I had kale in my smoothie earlier today, so I made this one with more spinach than anything. And then I'm going to go with some frozen strawberries, which I love. And just from knowing my blender and everything, I know that I'm going to need a little bit more liquid on top. So I'm actually going to finish it off with a little bit of organic almond milk. Just going to put a little bit of splash up top. If you do ever find that your blender gets stuck, that's a great way to get it going again. You don't have to pound it with a knife or anything. Just put a little bit more liquid in the top and it should help bring everything down. I'm going to blend this up and we'll finish in just a sec. All right, that blended up just great. And I actually added quite a bit of ingredients as we were going, or not as we were going, but I used more than I usually do. So what I'll do is I'll put half of this in a freezable container for the morning, and I'll put it in the freezer. That way I can pull it out of the freezer when I get up at 4 in the morning to go coach, and by the time I'm done coaching, it's ready to drink for breakfast. But for right now, I'm going to pour it in. It's a nice, yummy consistency, and those are my green smoothie tips. So I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you have any questions. Just comment on the blog post or on our Facebook post, and I'm happy to answer. Cheers!